Beyoncé isn't in Texas to escape the world. She's in a world of her own. Her ranch has a very unique kind of luxury. The quieter, the more expensive. And if you're wondering, where does all that peace come from? The answer lies in her journey of transforming talent into an empire. From legendary stages to deals that have propelled her to billion-dollar valuations. Today's video will take you straight into this aspect of her life, what the ranch looks like, what the assets are, and how Beyoncé enjoys her affluent lifestyle in a way that is both sophisticated and incredibly restrained. Texas Ranch feels like Beyoncé's trophy. But long before she ever held it up, she was just a little girl in Houston, taking one small step at a time, treating every single one like the championship round. Beyoncé Giselle Knowles was born on September 4, 1981, in Houston, Texas. Raised in a middle-class home where ambition wasn't a slogan, it was a routine. Her father, Matthew Knowles, worked a steady corporate job before eventually managing her career. Her mother, Tina, ran a hair salon, and that salon became Beyoncé's first real stage. As a child, Beyoncé was shy and kept to herself, so her parents put her in ballet and jazz to build confidence. It worked. By age 7, she walked into a school talent show and stunned the room with Imagine, winning first place. That moment wasn't just a cute childhood memory, it was early proof that her voice wasn't a hobby. It was a direction. At 8, she joined a girl group called Girls' Time with friends, including Kelly Rowland. They performed anywhere they could around Houston, chasing opportunities fast and fearless. They even made it onto national TV on Star Search and lost. But instead of breaking them, the loss sharpened them. Her father stepped in full-time, tightened the group, and pushed them forward until they became Destiny's Child and landed a deal with Columbia Records in 1997. Then, the world turned up the volume. With hits like No, 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 and later Bills, Bills, Bills and Say My Name, Destiny's Child didn't just succeed, they became the standard. After lineup changes and growing pains, the group locked in as a trio and delivered blockbuster albums like Survivor and Destiny Fulfilled, selling tens of millions worldwide. And even inside a powerhouse group, you could feel it. Beyoncé wasn't blending in. She was building a runway. In 2003, she took off solo with Dangerously in Love, a debut that didn't tiptoe into the spotlight. It kicked the door open. The album hit #1, Crazy in Love, became a global anthem, and she took home 5 Grammys. From there, Beyoncé kept climbing with Bidet and I Am, Sasha Fierce, turning Single Ladies, Halo, and If I Were a Boy into cultural staples. She wasn't just stacking hits, she was stacking leverage. Over time, Beyoncé built Parkwood Entertainment, tightening her control over music, visuals, tours, and storytelling. In 2013, she surprised the industry by dropping a full visual album with no warning, forcing the business to adjust to her, not the other way around. Then came Lemonade in 2016, a full-scale artistic event that led into the Formation World Tour, which grossed $256 million. Proof that her art wasn't just award-level, it was stadium-level business. Her live performances became major revenue engines too. In 2018, her second stadium tour with Jay-Z, On the Run 2, grossed $255 million, showing that when two brands are managed like a company, they move like one. That same era also proved Beyoncé could monetize storytelling beyond music. She landed a $60 million Netflix deal for 3 projects, with Homecoming as the first release, turning one legendary performance into premium streaming money. Then came Renaissance and the record-breaking world tour that followed in 2023, pulling in $580 million globally, one of those numbers that basically explains why her lifestyle looks the way it does today. And she didn't stop at the stage. She brought the tour to theaters with Renaissance, a film by Beyoncé, which grossed about $44 million worldwide. Because with Beyoncé, even the after party has a box office. And while music is still the foundation, Beyoncé turned her stardom into real business power through smart, high-value partnerships. Early on, deals like her Pepsi partnership, reported at around $50 million, showed she wasn't just collecting checks. She was funding creative control and expanding her brand on her own terms. That same strategy, owning her work through Parkwood, maximizing tour profits, and building long-term assets, ultimately pushed her into billionaire territory by late 2025. Add income streams from Parkwood and her personal brands like Secred, Sir Davis, and Ivy Park, plus major partnerships such as Levi's and media deals, and the picture becomes clear. Beyoncé isn't just a superstar. She's a full-scale empire that keeps earning even when the stage lights are off. Her music catalog and master recordings are valued at roughly $300 to $400 million, while her real estate holdings add over $300 million, including a headline-making $200 million Malibu estate. By January 2026, her net worth is estimated at around $1 billion, built like a portfolio instead of a one-time peak. Not money she made overnight, but something she built step by step for years, turning every album, every tour, and every smart move into long-term wealth that keeps growing. And when you look at Beyoncé now, it doesn't feel like a random luxury flex. It feels earned. The little girl who used to sing in her mother's salon didn't just grow up to be famous. She grew up to be a business. And Texas still feels like the place where that story truly belongs. Ranch in Texas. Far from Hollywood, Beyoncé's Texas ranch is where life slows to its most natural rhythm. This is the home she returns to with family and close friends, a place meant for rest, open skies, and time that isn't measured by schedules. Here, the moments are real and unfiltered. Quiet mornings caring for the horses, relaxing fishing trips, long outdoor days, and evenings spent together without cameras or an audience. And this is the side of her life. The moment you enter, the driveway gently curves through wide-open grassland, tall trees, and lush greenery that feels endless. The vibe is instantly clear, private, quiet, and completely removed from the outside world. Exactly the kind of Texas ranch lifestyle a superstar chooses when she wants to slow down and truly breathe. Aerial views show just how massive the property is, with ponds, open fields, and winding internal roads stretching across the land. The main house sits right at the center, looking warm and expensive without trying too hard. The real highlight is the two-story lodge with a wraparound porch facing the water, perfect for an easy evening cocktail while watching the sun drop behind the trees. Right next to the house is a large swimming pool that looks clean, solid, and resort level. Beside it, there's an outdoor hangout area with a bar setup and extra facilities, making it ideal for hosting friends or throwing a small weekend get-together. Fun, but still private. Step inside and you immediately feel the classic ranch style. High wood ceilings, wood floors, warm lighting, and wide open space. The living room is the most impressive part because it feels airy and comfortable, exactly where family and friends would naturally gather. Right behind it is the kitchen, with a spacious island that's perfect for cooking, chatting, and keeping the mood light and fun. Next to it is the dining area, a warm, comfortable space where Beyoncé can spend weekends sharing meals with friends, laughing, talking, and relaxing without having to rush anywhere. The bedroom feels warm and quiet, with a simple but solid design that gives you real rest, not just a place to sleep. The bathroom is a standout too, featuring a classic-style soaking tub and a stone-tiled glass shower. Clean, beautiful, and full of taste. Beyond the main house, the ranch includes separate areas like a guest home, a large equipment barn, and horse facilities. And this is what truly makes the place feel worth it. Beyoncé can spend her weekends unwinding after intense workdays, riding her horses across the land, taking in the Texas air, and letting her mind fully reset. This ranch features roughly 1,400 acres of high-fenced land, including the main residence and a pivot irrigation system. It also includes about 860 acres of low-fenced land, designed for free-range hunting. With everything it offers, it's no wonder the property is valued at about $14 million. This isn't a ranch built just to look expensive. It's built to be lived in, a private, peaceful escape that still feels powerful. Beyond their tranquil Texas ranch, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have amassed an impressive portfolio of real estate around the world. And among their most valuable assets is a standout beachfront property in Malibu, a super-luxury mansion worth approximately $39 million, purchased in early 2025, perfectly reflecting the scale, status, and lifestyle of one of the world's most powerful couples. Mansion in Malibu. The main entrance makes a striking yet calming impression with its tall stone wall and a cascading water feature flowing from floor to ceiling. The sound of water softens the space, turning arrival into a quiet ritual rather than a dramatic statement. This is the kind of entryway where shoes come off naturally, conversations lower their volume, and the outside. The living room opens into a high-ceilinged, expansive space with floor-to-ceiling sliding glass doors that disappear into the walls, connecting directly to the patio. A fireplace anchors the room visually without dominating it. This feels like a room where evenings stretch out, where Beyoncé curls up with a book, where the family watches TV as the sky darkens outside, and where the ocean quietly becomes part of the atmosphere rather than a view to be admired from a distance. From the living room, the space flows effortlessly onto the wraparound patio, where a long infinity pool draws the eye straight toward the horizon. Shallow lounging areas, a hot tub, and sunbeds are arranged as one continuous experience. This is where mornings likely begin slowly, with coffee by the pool, and afternoons drift by with conversations, laughter, or simply floating in silence while the ocean breeze moves through. Nearby, the outdoor barbecue area and indoor-outdoor bar suggest evenings that feel casual rather than staged. It's easy to picture Beyoncé moving between the kitchen and the patio, checking on dinner while music plays softly in the background, humming along absent-mindedly as the sun sets. These spaces aren't about hosting grand events. They're about togetherness, comfort, and unhurried. The dining area sits just off the living room, centered around a round table with light-upholstered chairs. The setup encourages conversation, eye contact, and shared meals, all while keeping the ocean within view. This is a kitchen designed for real use, where meals are prepared, snacks are shared, and conversations happen while cooking. One can easily imagine Beyoncé standing at the island in the evening, preparing dinner, chatting with family, and softly hummed melodies she had composed herself. The primary bedroom, located on the main level, opens directly to ocean views. The space feels airy and calm, filled with natural light yet carefully shielded from distraction. With its spa-style bathroom, generous dressing room, and private work area, this room functions as a personal retreat. It's the kind of space meant. Elsewhere in the home, the gym appears bright and neatly organized, with large mirrors, stationary bikes, and a massage area. This isn't a showpiece gym. It's a functional space that reflects daily routines and balance. In contrast, the basement entertainment area shifts the mood entirely. Darker, more intimate, and enclosed, it features a bar and a private movie theater, ideal for family movie nights or unwinding after long days away. Throughout the house, glass, stone, wood, and natural light are used consistently and with restraint. Recessed lighting and skylights support the architecture rather than drawing attention to themselves. Every element exists to enhance how the home is lived in, how light moves across rooms, how the ocean breeze is felt, and how the spaces change naturally. From what's visible, this house wasn't designed to make an immediate statement. It reveals itself slowly through use, routine, and time spent within its walls. For Beyoncé, this Malibu home feels less like a luxury asset and more like a refuge, a place where fame fades into the background and every day. And while this Malibu home shows how Beyoncé lives when she slows down, the cars she drives tell the story of how she moves between family life, work, and the world beyond these gates. Car collection. In New York City, Beyoncé showed up like a true queen, stepping straight into the spotlight as she headed to the New York City Ballet's annual Fall Gala at Lincoln Center. She arrived in a 1975 Chevrolet Caprice Classic, quiet luxury at its finest, the kind of car that doesn't need to be loud to make the entire street look twice. The dawn sits long, low, and smooth, gliding through the city like a yacht on pavement, calm, confident, and powerful. The current market value for this model is usually around $300,000, depending on the year and options. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is the kind of SUV Beyoncé would use when she wants to stay comfortable, private, and in control. It's perfect for her everyday luxury moments, moving between home, the studio, and low-key meetings, running quiet errands, or traveling with family without attracting too much noise. It matches her quiet luxury style perfectly. Not flashy, but impossible to ignore. On today's market, a Cullinan typically sits around $400,000 and even higher with custom options. Beyoncé often chooses the Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud for weekend picnics, especially for trips back to her ranch in Texas when she wants to step away from the loud pace of show business. This is the kind of car made for a relaxed, luxurious feeling rather than rushing, cruising slowly, taking in the scenery, playing soft music, and enjoying that warm southern air. On today's collector market, this model is often valued at around $300,000, depending on the year and rarity. For Beyoncé, this classic Rolls feels like a moving getaway, not flashy, but refined enough to reflect her unmistakable sense of luxury. While the classic Rolls is all about weekend ease and old-school elegance, Beyoncé also keeps a ride that's made for real-life schedules, the Cadillac Escalade. S. It's perfect for airport runs, studio sessions, rehearsals, and moving through the city with security, with plenty of space for her team and everything that comes with a superstar routine. Inside, it feels like a quiet VIP lounge, and on today's market, an Escalade usually ranges around $140,000. Looking at these cars, one thing becomes clear. Beyoncé doesn't buy flash. She sets the standard. This is a kind of luxury that never needs to speak loudly. Its presence alone says everything. And for that reason, Beyoncé's story can never be complete if it stops at what she owns. Because behind the polished surface lies something far more meaningful: the quiet yet powerful contributions she has made to society. Philanthropy. Today, Beyoncé continues to give back in a steady, long-term way. Over the past 20-plus years, she has taken part in dozens of charitable efforts, with total contributions estimated in the tens of millions of dollars through foundations she founded or actively supports. Of that, at least $1 million is believed to come directly from her own pocket, not including long-term funding and organizational support. In 2005, following Hurricane Katrina, Beyoncé co-founded the Survivor Foundation, donating over $2.5 million to provide housing, food, and community rebuilding in Houston. Since 2013, her main philanthropic focus has been Beyoncé Foundation. Through Beyoncé, Beyoncé has directed millions of dollars toward education, disaster relief, mental health, housing, and support for small businesses across the U.S. and internationally. One of her most striking gestures came in 2008, when she donated the entire $4 million salary from Cadillac Records to Phoenix House, a drug rehabilitation center in Brooklyn. She also helped launch a 7-month vocational cosmetology program, giving people in recovery practical skills to rebuild their lives. Between 2016 and 2020, Beyoncé contributed over $6 million to address the Flint water crisis and committed another $6 million through Beyoncé for COVID-19 relief, focusing on food access and mental health services, areas often overlooked during emergencies. From 2022 to 2025, she added more than $3 million in scholarships and grants for students and small entrepreneurs, including $2.5 million for California wildfire relief and $100,000 to support the Ocean of Soul Marching Band at Texas Southern University. Across all these efforts, Beyoncé's approach is consistent: strategic giving, long-term impact, and a focus on dignity through education and opportunity. Off-stage, Beyoncé is equally deliberate about her personal life, choosing privacy and stability over constant exposure, even as her public influence continues to grow. Personal life. Beyoncé approaches her private life with the same principles that define her public image: discretion, stability, and a clear focus on family. Her marriage to Jay-Z grew from a relationship that began around 1999 to 2001 and was formalized in an intimate wedding on April 4, 2008, held at his penthouse in Manhattan, New York, attended only by close family. Over time, the couple has chosen consistency over spectacle, continuing to appear together at major events with a calm, controlled presence. In recent years, the Carter family has prioritized time together away from constant public attention. In the summer of 2025, they spent a family vacation aboard a private yacht in the Mediterranean, traveling through Capri, France, and Italy, keeping the focus firmly on privacy. Beyoncé and Jay-Z share 3 children: Blue Ivy Carter, born 2012 New York, who has become more comfortable appearing alongside her parents at events such as the 2024 Super Bowl, and twins Rumi and Sir, born 2017, who are carefully kept out of the spotlight. In June 2025, the family was seen in Paris for the Louis Vuitton show, blending work commitments with quiet family time. Throughout it all, Beyoncé keeps her inner circle intentionally small: family, longtime friends like Kelly Rowland, and her mother Tina Knowles, and chooses a private rhythm of life built around reading with her children, secluded beaches, and discreet travel. It's a lifestyle designed not for attention, but for balance, protection, and longevity. Thank you for spending your time with us today. If you enjoyed this journey into Beyoncé's world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.